Hey guys, today's video is a mini tea of things happening on the internet. My social media will be in the description along with my second channel, which is like a movie commentary / beauty channel. So subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement on both depending on what you want to watch, and let's just get into it. So we have Call Me Carson, and there was a situation where he was 19 and talking in a romantic way to a 17-year-old, which depending on state to state and country to country, it can get a little bit, iffy on the legality side of things. But then obviously pictures were exchanged, that kind of a thing. He was also he is a big YouTuber, and she was a fan, I believe. People are saying that there was some kind of a power dynamic, power imbalance there between them in that sense as well. So he got pretty much dragged across the internet. I remember he was trending on Twitter for a few days, and he lost probably 200 to 300,000 subscribers, if not more, at the time that all of this was going down on Twitter. And he left essentially, and then he came back with a video just explaining everything, saying that he's coming back to Twitch and to YouTube, and he's going to be doing streams every week on Twitch, and that he'll be donating a bunch of profits to different organizations. And essentially that's just everything. He said he's going to be donating to charity, he's coming back, and that he's sorry. But people are like very much on two different sides of things. Some people are saying that he plugged his Twitch more than he actually apologized, and some people are saying, well, there's only so much he can do right now, like everyone's already against him, what else can he do? So there are definitely two sides of this spectrum. I just want to ask you guys immediately, like, first story, what do you guys think? Was he guilty to begin with? Do you think he was rightfully cancelled? And do you think he can make a comeback after this? Moving on. Families is ending. So Ethan Klein announced recently that Families is ending. So Families was the podcast that was taking over from Frenemies with Trish. Obviously when Trish left, Families came in. It was between him and his mum, and then his dad was kind of like the third wheel, popping in every now and then. And he just announced that they're ending it. And I, in my notes, literally here have things written like it was causing too many problems, it was taken too far, that his parents were starting to be attacked on the internet and harassed, which is like, when you're being harassed on the internet, you're like, well, that's fair enough, I chose this job. It kind of comes with the job. You kind of start to rationalize it in your head. But when you bring other people in that didn't really sign up for this and didn't really ask for this, it starts to get a little bit sticky, and you feel a bit guilty that you like dragged them into this. I'm assuming he was feeling guilty. And then recently he actually explained that, yeah, he saw how much harassment his parents were getting, mainly from Trish. Trisha made multiple TikToks about his parents, basically saying that, his mum's like an awful person, and, just things. So I'm assuming he's just trying to protect his parents at the end of the day. Like, this could be a good podcast, and this could be a big podcast, and it could make a lot of money, but is it worth the harassment that his parents are going through? Not to him, clearly. That's why he's ending things. We also have Tana Mojo shading James Charles in tweets and TikTok. So I actually came across this by accident. I was just on my For You page, and there was a TikToker called Wisdom8 who does basically he's under IMG Models, and he does like modeling TikToks and fashion TikToks. And he did one that was like about the Met Gala. So when it was going around that James Charles would be re-invited to the Met Gala like he was at the last one, people were saying that he doesn't really deserve it considering the outfit that he pulled last time, like it wasn't too great. And someone commented on this TikToker's TikTok and said only TikToker that should be at the Met Gala is Wisdom. And he basically responded to that comment with a TikTok that he made about the clothes that he would wear on the red carpet. And Tana Mojo responded to that and said, right, like maybe someone who doesn't like kids. And that's clearly about James Charles. Regarding James Charles, he also liked a tweet that said, why is every person over the age of 18 convinced that the only way to have fun is to drink or get high? And he liked that, and someone responded to that person's tweet and said, love how James Charles liked this when it said over the age of 18, like he would actually know what people do over the age of 18. This could be a reach. It definitely is a little bit of a reach. Like, it's like, like he's not actually saying, oh, I like kids. But the irony behind this tweet is there. Like, it surely is there. So it's just, it's a little... Then we have Addison Rae. So her movie came out literally 2 days ago on the 27th. And we have some movie reviews coming in. So as of right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 23% tomato meter, and then 22% audience score. And the critics' consensus is hobbled by a lack of chemistry between its stars. He's all that comes up short on numerous opportunities to improve upon its gender-swapped source material. A sweet little end of summer sorbet with appealing young performers and a script that refreshes the original without overdoing it. Manufactured for the kissing booth crowd, this gender-swapped TikTok-friendly update of the 1919 hit sounds awful, and it often is, but enough charm pokes through the cracks to sucker anyone who ever fell for a makeover fable. In the end, he's all that is not all that, not even a little bit of that. And I actually watched it for my second channel. I'll be editing that today. So it's either going to come out today or tomorrow. Just depends. you know, how things are going. And as a whole, like, I think she was a much better actress than I expected her to be. But that's not speaking volumes, because there were moments where the script was just not doing it, and her, like she was better than what I expected, which was not a lot. So my standards were met and surpassed, but my standards were very low to begin with. So it wasn't very difficult to surpass them. And actually, I was quite disappointed with everyone's acting in that movie. So it's not like she was average and then everyone else was like amazing. It's like she was average and everyone else was just like slightly above average. So she kind of like blended into the crowd a little bit. Like, I'm not saying every actor in there was bad. I think there were some good performers, but as a whole, the movie was just very stiff. It's my opinion on the matter. She also said that her and the main co-star were practicing the kissing before the movie, and he's got a girlfriend, and I know a lot of people that were working kind of at studios and stuff say that usually you'd only practice the kissing on like rehearsals, like actual official rehearsals, but she made it sound like they were like just in their free time practicing kissing, which to me just sounds like kissing. Like, it's not really practicing kissing, it's just kissing. And I'm just wondering if at the time of filming she was with Bryce, but I know he was with his girlfriend, so this is just like a really strange statement to make. Her cousin is shading her again. So I recently spoke about Kristen, her cousin, who lived with her for a while and then moved out and then started shading her on Twitter and TikTok. And now she posted a TikTok to Nessa Barrett's new song, I Hope You're Miserable Until You're Dead, which is about, like, you know, shading past people in your life. And the caption is, one day it will come around, I hope you're miserable until you're dead. Those are the hashtags. And the comment said, how come you don't follow Addison anymore on here? And she said, certain reasons. Sounds like shade to me. I still just wonder what happened over there, because there was a lot of TikToks and a lot of tweets that she made about Addison that sounded like Addison had somehow betrayed her or did something that was like wrong. And she even defended Bryce Hall, of all people. So like, something really must have gone down for her cousins to do this. We have Logan Paul, who was recently at like a WWE event, and he was just booed by the crowd. Like, he came out and it's just nothing but boos, and he, you know, I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, realistically, you come out and there's just like thousands of people booing you. I don't know. Then also Jake Paul called out Logan Paul in his recent podcast about how Logan Paul just like changes girls a lot. just you know, add the context into that. I don't think YouTube wants me to be talking about it, but apparently he's just like a big player, and it's because Logan Paul's making fun of Jake for giving his girlfriend a promise ring and you know, wanting to marry her. So Jake Paul turned around and was like, at least I'm not with 10 different girls a week. So, you know, a little tidbit that I guess we found out. We also have a fashion designer that's rejecting him in DMs. So Logan messaged Nicole McLaughlin, said, hi Nicole, and she just screenshotted it and posted on Twitter and said, no. No. Then we also have the Call Her Daddy situation. So Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy was at an event with her mystery boyfriend that she hasn't shown anyone. Logan Paul turns around, has like a very expressive reaction to seeing Alex. Obviously him and Alex have a bit of a romantic past, and obviously she's there with her boyfriend kicks off, he gets really pissed off, him and Logan almost get into a fight, and then Logan kind of calls into the podcast, explains the story, apologizes for the awkward events that transpired at that event. That must have been awkward. I just don't want to... awkward situations, cringy situations, they just get me... I was going to say get me going. No, they don't get me going. That's just not something I want to be involved in. We also have the Dolan twins, who haven't posted a podcast episode or a video in a really long time, and they recently re-released merch. And essentially, people are just really pissed off because they're saying it feels like they're being used for money. Like, if you're not going to post content, you're not going to post podcasts or YouTube videos, and it's not a clothing line, if it's like kind of supposed to be merch, like, why are you posting merch without ever posting content to go with that merch? So there's people saying things like, great design, I'm surprised the twins are launching new products here. With them not even doing the podcast anymore, it seems their sales must be dropping off big time. I suppose since they had such a huge following, the store could remain profitable for some time. I really hope this brand does well for them. Just don't see how it can last, as they said they don't see ever having a public role on camera again. The guys drop merch then dip like usual. I love them, but it's not all about money. Their fans matter too. Give me back my money. I ordered my hoodie on February and it never arrived. They really see their fans as quick cash grab for money. I've been waiting so long for them to come back, or at least let us know they're okay in some way, but no, they of course want us to buy merch that puts more of our money in their wallets for their Hawaii trips. I just feel as fans are seen as only afterthought dollar signs now. This is just my opinion. I'm able to have one. I won't reply to the obsessed fans who try to drag me for it. I've been a fan since 2014, but this is starting to get kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I just think it's, you know, you have to provide something in return kind of for the merch and the support. I don't know, it's their business now. I know they've been going through, like, they had a bit of like a rough year when they left, and it's just been kind of like, you know, I think there was like a lot piling on for them, so I'm I'm glad that they left for their own mental health, but I know some people are upset with them kind of releasing merch but not coming back to the internet. Let me know what you guys think about that. And then we have Shane Dawson, who posted this Instagram story saying, also, I'm ready to create again and make something I'm excited about, just waiting for inspiration to hit. And in Ryland's recent vlogs when they're moving to Colorado, Shane heavily hints at coming back, just needing like that push with content, which that's really strange because Trisha Paytas, when Frenemies was still on, said that Shane had like something huge to come back with. So if he had something huge to come back with, but now he's like, I need inspiration to hit, did he scrap his old idea and it's just starting fresh with like a new idea? I'm really confused, but it just seems like Shane Dawson's going to come back with a bang, whether we want him to or not. And I have a feeling that video is going to be huge. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be the biggest video of the year, sadly. Or not sadly, depends if you're a fan of him or not still. But I feel like that video is going to be huge. And that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, comment down below, anything comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.